Hello, welcome to my channel. Lately, I've been really thinking a lot about my channel and where I want it to go, the direction I want it to take. It's kind of always an ongoing process, actually. Trying to come up with content, things like that. Recently, I did the hydraulic brakes and just broke it up into a bunch of videos. My next video on that is going to be bleeding my front brake, things like that. And the audience that I target is very small. There's not a whole lot of people out there in the global spectrum of things that are probably interested in the content of my channel, but there's enough people that keep me going and wanting to do this. So that's the cool part that I like about YouTube is I can, really just put my passion out there. Some people are going to like it, some people are not. In my sense, I like to do it more in a pure sense. Like, I don't like to over edit things and take out, mistakes and stuff. I mean, I do sometimes if it's really bad, but like if I mess up words or something, I just put it in there. Sometimes I'll put a comment in the video, things like that. So that's kind of my approach, to be a bit more real of what, it's really like to be shad, right? And my content is, pretty much almost all about bikes. There's little bits and pieces of other stuff, but mostly bikes. And another thing I wanted to talk a little bit about today when I'm thinking about the direction I want my channel to take is there's a channel out there called Smarter Every Day. And recently he did a video titled Don't Lose Your Voice. And it was a pretty good video. It's a little long, but he really gets to this core point. And one of the things he brings up is that YouTube is now doing these shorts. I feel like, when it comes to social media and things like that, somebody comes out with something and it becomes a big success. First it was Snapchat, but then somehow TikTok just came out of nowhere and just became this huge success with these little short clip videos. And then, Facebook's and Instagram, and they've all been trying to do the short video snippet thing. And now YouTube is trying to do it, right? So is YouTube now, kind of wanting to evolve to these little short clips? And the thing about Smarter Every Day, where he does really cool, more scientific type projects, or he talks about things. I believe he's a former rocket engineer or something. But I think about channels like him and channels like Mark Rober that do really good content that make you think, right? And then you have channels like one that I watch is How Ridiculous. And those guys are fun, and there's a little bit of like science or smarts to it, like what happens when you drop something from this tower and it hits the ground, whatever. But a lot of it's kind of fun and just more pure entertainment, and they heavily edit their videos, super choreographed, all that stuff, which is cool. And I like those variety of things, but now that they're moving towards, doing all these shorts, people's attention spans aren't very long, and we're getting into the society where people don't want to get super in-depth content, and that's been kind of a worry in general. Like, are people reading books anymore? Are people willing to sit through and watch something for 30 minutes or an hour and get information from it or whatever, right? In the YouTube world, it's kind of like, even looking at my videos, I know that the moment I go over 10 minutes, I start losing viewers. And if I get up to 15 minutes or longer, I definitely get viewership drop off. But some of those videos, there's a lot of detailed information in them, especially the one where I actually installed my front brake. It took like 25 minutes of video, and I'm like, well, could I edit out all this stuff and make it super short? Yes, but then I'm going to miss a ton of details. So this whole idea of don't lose your voice that he was talking about was a pretty important message to put out there to people. Like, people are their attention spans are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And now when you see these shorts, and those are like the most popular thing out there now, like TikTok, it's like people will sit there and literally pop through TikTok video after TikTok video after TikTok video. And if there's anything controversial or political or informational, it's not that much information. It's like this quick message, and then people go believing in whatever that message is and then passing it around and so on and so forth. And it's like the more we get away from in-depth knowledge of things, and the more we strive towards just wanting these little quick entertaining bits of information because our attention spans are getting short, the more we lose the quality of, honestly, in my opinion, intelligence, knowledge, all these things, and as I get older, I see this more and more in society. It's like, what's going on, right? So I'm going to keep doing what I do on my YouTube channel. And it's not, for everybody. But there are people that appreciate what I put out there. And it may be a small percentage, but it's enough. And I keep growing. It's very slowly, but my channel is growing. And as long as that's happening, I'm satisfied with that. Okay, so as I've been thinking about what my channel is going to be about, I also want to bring up this thing where I've decided that I'm going to start purchasing certain things. I've done it a little bit. That North Rock fat bike, if you go like past last summer, I purchased that with my own money, test rode it, and I really, I saw people talking that bike up like it was this great thing and such a great deal that you could get this fat bike for $500 or somewhere around $500. And I'm looking at it going, this can't be that great of a bike, And so I purchased it, I reviewed it, assembled it, test rode it, did all those things. And things went wrong with the bike. The chainring bent, the headset kept coming loose, the shifting was all wonky and not very good, and the shifting range was way too low. It was only a 7-speed. And for somebody that's getting into biking, if they're riding a bike with 7 gears and it doesn't have an easy enough gear for them to climb hills, I think that's why the chainring bent was, because I had to stand up and really torque to get up some of the hills at our local trail called Theo, which isn't even that, doesn't have that gnarly. I mean, I guess there's a couple of good climbs in there, but that's not a great beginner mountain biker experience. They get to a hill and they can't even get into a gear that will allow them to spin up the hill. Yeah, no. So that's the kind of thing I'm passionate about, is providing information for you, the viewer, so you can make better choices. Also, and that being said, any money I make off of my channel, I'm going to reinvest into that. I'm going to spend that money, and I don't make that much money. Right now I'm making about $25 a month with the viewers I have, and just doing simple monetization. I do some of the ads, but I try to not do the ones that you can't close within a few seconds. I would make more money if I did those, but nobody wants to sit there and watch, especially for a channel like mine, a full-length ad, right? So I get that, right? But I monetize as much as I can now, and the money that I make on my channel, I'm going to reinvest into buying stuff that I can review on my channel for you guys. But for some of these bigger purchases, it's going to come out of my own pocket. I have some resources I can do that with. So one thing that I've really wanted to try is carbon wheels. But while I've been doing this research for carbon wheels, I found a few different companies. One of them is Hunt, and I think they're very legitimate. They're in the US and stuff like that, but they didn't have the particular wheel that I needed in stock. So I was looking around and I found this other one called DIY Carbon Bikes. Well, to me, I'm well, that's kind of an iffy name. So I did some research on them, and there's people asking a lot of questions about this company. Are they legit? What is it? And from everything I can tell, it looks like it's almost like a one-man operation. And he gets his stuff from China. He's got frames, and I don't know if they're the same manufacturer as the company he lists on there of the frames. And then he's able to get them non-branded or something like that, but they're pretty good deals. And I wanted to get these wheels, so for the price, they're pretty amazing wheels. So I ordered a pair. And so if you haven't heard of this company, here they are. It's DIYcarbonbikes.com. And basically, I just wanted to try these wheels out. And so I went and I want to get 27.5 because I'm going to put these on my Esker Hey Duke. And then I went here and got the DT Swiss 350 hubs. And then you can custom build them. So mine, this says $755 if you just do the default. I ended up paying close to $900 because I selected some custom things and spokes and things like that. Yeah, let's go away. YouTube notifications. So these are pretty nice wheels, and they do come with, DT Swift 350 hubs, which I know are legit. I have one on the back of my fat bike, and it's been one of the most reliable hubs I've ever owned. So I went ahead and built up a pair, paying almost $900 for the build that I did. They're a lot lighter than the stock rims, and they're going to go on my Esker Hey Duke. So I will get those wheels. I ordered them. The first phase of this is I ordered them. How long will they take? I don't expect them to be super fast. I don't know if he has to order stuff from China. I don't know anything really, but we're going to see. We're going to find out, where do these wheels come from? How long do they take? Once I get the wheels, what is the quality? Are they comparable to higher end carbon rims, things like that? We know the hubs, right? They're good hubs. 350, DT Swiss hubs. I'm not worried about that part of it, but spokes, rims, the build quality, how well built are they, how tight are the spokes. We're going to go through all of that stuff, right? And then I'll ride them and review them. These are going to go on my Esker Hey Duke. My primary reason for putting them on that bike is I'm going to use that bike for gravel events come spring and summer, and I'm going to use that bike to do some racing again, like I did at the Schwamigan race and other events. And I want it to be as light and fast as possible. I've been training actually on Zwift, which I've posted about a few times. I will get into my training regimen a little bit here on my channel. I just haven't gotten to that yet. But yeah, that's my plan. I mean, I'm going to be 55 in the spring, but I feel really good, and I feel like I can really charge this. So, hopefully these wheels will do the trick. And if they don't, you will hear about it. And anybody watching my channel will know whether this is a legitimate way to get wheels or a legitimate company. If for some reason the rims are crap, it's not a huge loss. I mean, yeah, some money, but you will be informed. And I will have DT Swiss 350 hubs that I can build up on any rim. So I can just buy some carbon rims that are legitimate if I feel like I need to, or other rims, right? And build them up on these hubs and have a sweet set of wheels one way or another. So it's not 100% loss if the rims turn out to be crappy, because I know I'm getting good hubs, name brand hubs, things like that. Cool. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start purchasing things, reviewing them. It'll be slow going at first, but as I get more subscribers and get more money from my channel and have a little bit of extra of my own money to spend, like this, obviously I haven't gotten this money from my channel. This is like out of my own pocket, but they're actually wheels I'm going to personally use, so I don't mind, right? So that's my plan. I'm sticking to it. I have no idea where that comes from, but I know it's a saying, right? And I really appreciate your support for my channel. It's really been fun doing this. I really like doing it, and I do not plan on losing my voice. I'm going to do what I'm going to do because and what I'm passionate about. And that's what, to me, what YouTube is for. That's why I'm going to use it. Yes, I'll do shorts, but my shorts are going to be to promote my main YouTube channel, not to put little goofy videos out there to entertain people. Anyway, I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Subscribing helps me out, helps you out, helps everybody out. Peace.